Sports, that means the potential for more injuries. March is Traumatic Brain Injury Awareness Month, and joining us to talk more about it is neuropsychiatrist Dr. Brian Weinstein. He is also the CEO of Life Skills Village Center in Oak Park. Doctor, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back, because you've been on once before. So tell me, when it comes to kids, where do most of these injuries stem from? Does it come from sports?
Well, you can receive brain injuries in multiple arenas. Certainly sports is a concern. They can also have falls off their bicycle. So falls, a significant amount of brain injuries can be seen. Anytime a child, plays either a sport or, just is engaged in play, there's always, of course, a risk of brain injury.
Okay, and is the risk higher with some sports versus others?
Sure. Football is the #1 risk in sports, and then there's other sports that have to be a concern. Soccer,
right.
Lacrosse, but certainly winter skiing can be a risk of head injuries. So there's certainly other sports that can pose a risk.
Well, I feel like a lot of people are well versed on concussions. A lot of people know that we can get concussions. A lot of people don't necessarily think about traumatic brain injury. Talk about the differences really and being able to sniff out one versus the other.
Sure. A concussion really is a brain injury, so it's considered a mild traumatic brain injury. And brain injuries are kind of categorized into mild, moderate, and severe. Mild brain injuries matter because even though it's considered a concussion, in a way I'd rather it be called a mild brain injury, because then we could raise maybe a little, it would seem a little more impactful and people might have a little more awareness. Sometimes when you say concussion, it may not seem
as... minimize it a little bit.
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
But tell me a little bit more about the symptoms.
Sure. So, anytime a brain is insulted or injured, symptoms can occur, and they usually occur on multiple levels, but usually symptoms can occur with cognition, the way we think, the way we process information, attention, focus, flexibility of thinking. All kinds of things can affect the way we think. So cognition, emotions can be affected. You can have different emotions from a brain injury, and behaviors can be affected. You could become inappropriate or angry or more irritable. Personality changes.
Right.
So,
and sometimes it can be that mild. It's not that you're necessarily sick, but there's behavioral changes.
Correct.
And that's why a lot of times it does go undiagnosed, I'd imagine.
Correct.
Yeah, and I think I read a little bit online about somebody could have it for a year and not necessarily know.
Yes, even mild traumatic brain injuries, or as they call them, concussions, can last as, can result. It could be as 10 days, or it can even last a year.
So tell me about the treatment out there.
Treatment for brain injury is, we do rehabilitation. Sometimes there's medication management, which is what I do. A large part of what I do is deal with, reformulate biochemistry in the brain through medication management and rehabilitation. You have to retrain an individual how to sometimes think and speak and act. There's a lot of retraining that goes on, and then the brain will attempt to heal on its own too.
Yeah. Well, people can't get that treatment if they don't even know, they have it in the first place. What would be your one piece of advice to parents as kids really get out there and get more active on their bikes and playing sports and whatnot?
Amira, just be super aware of any changes in your child's behavior. You may have a child that can act a certain way, but all of a sudden they're a little more irritable. They might seem sad, or they might just have different behaviors, or all of a sudden they have like ADD-like symptoms. They might be a little more distracted, and boy, that's not my kid. And all of a sudden it seems like a different kid, even if it's subtle, and it could be tied to a fall.
So just be more aware, more cognizant of your child's behavior, and a lot of times we can sniff out when something is off. Thank you, doctor, for bringing awareness to such an important topic and issue. We so appreciate it. Dr. Weinstein, appreciate it. All right, we are going to take a quick break.